Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new MF8 Legend version 2. This just came out. It's a new speed cube from MF8 and I wasn't really a fan of the first one, which is why I never really reviewed it. The second one I heard is very good. Well, that's what Calvin tells me, and it is tiled. Now the tiles look like they have some dents in them, as you can see. So he sent me two of these. I wasn't actually going to buy it because, in all honesty, I'm a little burnt out on doing 3x3s, reviewing all the new ones. But at the same time, I am a reviewing channel, and it's not about me. It's about showing you guys the new product, and this is definitely something to take a look at. So I'm very glad that he ended up, sending them to me. So let's hope that they are good. We can see that we've got two of them here. We've got the ball core, and we've got the normal core. So let's go ahead and open one of these up. Let's open up the normal core one first, and just see how it is. Now I've actually had these for a little bit, but I haven't actually opened the box or anything. I just didn't unbox it because it also these came with another puzzle too that I'll be showing you soon, and I didn't want to spoil it by opening the box and showing you that as well. But Facebook fans know what that is. Anyways, so here it is. Let's take a look at the colors. So it seems pretty good. The colors, you can see here that they've got dents, so it's got a pretty nice grip to it. Sounds a bit rattly. It's got a good weight to it. I'm guessing maybe that has to do with the tiles. I don't know, but yeah, it's got some weight to it. That's for sure. Turning. It's the weight kind of throws me off, but it's actually really nice. But the weight is different than like I'm used to the Fangshi right now, because that's what I've been using. So the weight is definitely throwing me off a little bit, but I'm sure with practice. Well, it does move really well. I need to tension it, lube it, of course. Let's go ahead and look at the pieces, because that's what I'm really interested in. So here's an edge piece. And I can hear the rattling is the actual the tiles itself. I can see that this one wants to come up. Let's see if I can focus. See, I can push it in and it comes back out. So it's giving a rattle to it. But that's okay. Let's crack this thing open if I can and see how this works. Alright, so I cracked it open and it actually exploded on me. So, but we can see that the tiles are held in by one little piece there. Wonder if I can pop this tile out. Doesn't look like it. It's held in down there as well. So I think these tiles, once they're in, they're in. And same with this. And then we have a little tiny torpedo here. And this is a little bit different than what we've seen. Of course, the same concept, just a little bit different looking. And then I guess this goes in that way, and then this goes in like that, and there you go. So it went together a lot easier than it came apart. All right, let's take a look at a corner piece. And here's a corner. Can I pull them apart? Yes, I can. Oh. So we're seeing some really familiar stuff in all these cubes, and to be honest, this is why I'm kind of just getting a little burnt out on the 3x3s. Actually, it's not really I'm burnt out on looking at them. I'm just kind of, I don't know, getting tired of making the same video, it seems. But it is a new product, but it definitely, everybody's doing the same thing as the next guy. That's really what it comes down to, right? So that's obviously Diane kind of stuff there, and those go together very nicely. So let's go ahead and just pull the whole top layer off. Okay, wow, so I pull the whole top layer off, and it just pops the cap off. So if I was to put the cap back on, it just pops off again because the spring wants to pull it down, as you can see. And that's just a regular core down there. Alright, so I'm going to keep this one apart, and we're going to take a look at the ball core, see if there's any differences with the pieces. So let's go ahead, open up the ball core one. I don't think the pieces will be different. I think it's just the core, but that's just speculation. Otherwise, they would have had like version 2 and version 3, version 3 being the ball core or whatever. So this one actually does feel a little bit different. It's got more weight to it. It's also very, very nice. Wow, that R-perm went really smooth. That's really, really nice. Little fumble there. Little blocky on the on the M slices. What happened there? So yeah, it's pretty loose. I need to tension that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the pieces again. So this is, okay, so we do have some differences here. All right, so this one doesn't have torpedoes. Okay, so this is the ball core and this is not. Same pieces. Let's just zoom up here. Same pieces, no torpedo on the ball core. All right, let's take a look at another one of these. So this is, also I got some flashing here, as you can see. Just get rid of that. The pieces are exactly the same. All right. That went here. Or was that this one? It was this one. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at the ball core. Let's pull all these pieces out. All right, so we're not getting that center cap issue with this one because the ball core is there. So it looks like that's, okay, so same thing, it's just a ball core. That's really all it is. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put these back together and I'm going to try to lube and tension them the way I like it, and then I will come back and let you know what I thought about them. Alright guys, so it's been a few days and I've had some time to tension and lube one of them, and I'll tell you why. This is the one here with the regular core, not the ball core, and I took it apart completely, washer, springs, everything, and I lubed it the same way I do all my other speed cubes, and it didn't make any difference whatsoever. I think that the factory setup was actually really decent. Now the tensions is a little bit difficult on this puzzle, and not so much on the ball core, but on this one. And what's happening is if I tighten it too much, it becomes really, really blocky. It starts to catch, starts to snag on itself. Pieces will pop out. Center caps are constantly coming off. Like these center caps come off really, really easy, and they're constantly popping off while I'm solving, especially with reverse corner cutting. So you can see this yellow one starting to lift right there. But anyways, when it's tightened up a lot, it's very hard to control because you can't really get very fluid with it because it's too blocky. It almost turns into like a Rubik's brand kind of blockiness to it. And too loose, obviously, it's just going to pop even more. But this tension here is pretty good for the tensions for this core. Now, I don't like this one as much as I like this one. Now, Calvin told me the ball core definitely, you know, turns a lot better, and I have to agree. You can even kind of hear the difference. But this one still kind of catches on itself. It's still a bit blocky, but I am able to tighten this one. You can see that this one is much tighter than this one. But if I tighten this one anymore, it gets really, really blocky. I definitely can't tighten it as much as this one, and this one still corner cuts really well, but again, you can see we're having this center cap problem. And that's easily fixed using the paper method. I don't know if you guys know about that or not, but at these tensions, it still cuts corners relatively pretty good. Doesn't really corner cut as good as Diane, but again, center cap problem. Look at that, I put one on, another one falls off. So the center caps is definitely always a problem with this, but again, it's easily fixed if you really like the cube. Now, I'm not going to use either of these for my main, to be honest. I'm just not into the weight of these cubes. I'm not into the tiles. I don't know why. Like, obviously MF8's trying to make a really good speed cube, and they've definitely made a decent one, but why would you put tiles on it? I know it always looks good, and I do agree with some people that the tiles are actually a really decent color, you know, so it's not a problem. I just like having stickers. I don't like the feel of this cube. Overall though, aside from the center cap issues, which are easily fixable, and a bit of the lockiness, you know, if I was a bit more of an accurate turner, this cube would be really, really good. And it is fairly good. I just don't think that it's going to be up there with the rest of them. What I would recommend these cubes for is maybe somebody who's trying to transfer from kind of, you know, beginner's method into F2L and wants to learn how to use a corner cutting cube and stuff like that. Sort of like the Shengshao Wind. You know, it's definitely not a cube that any world-class cubers are going to use, or even somebody of my speed who's a 17-second average. I wouldn't use these for my average, to be honest. I just wouldn't trust them. And but I do think that they're a relatively good cube, but not for serious speed cubers. So if you're, you know, averaging 30 seconds or above, you know, I would recommend taking a look at this. You know, just watch the video and judge for yourself whether it's something that you would like. It definitely looks like a good cube, though. I'll give it that. I really like the look of it, but I don't like the feel of it, really. So anyways, guys, if you want this, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.